in a mega suicide car bombing in Kabul's diplomatic quarter this morning, a few hundred meters from the Indian embassy. The powerful blast damaged windows and doors of the Indian embassy, but External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj has tweeted that all officials are safe. The Afghanistan Ministry of Health has confirmed that 80 people have died and over 350 wounded in the Kabul explosion.
It was a very powerful blast, but we don't know yet who might be behind it. We would be speculating at this stage. Perhaps as the crow flies, perhaps about 100 meters from our embassy. That's what the reports that come in suggest. We have not yet been able to visit the blast site. And it's the diplomatic enclave, so there are other embassies nearby, yes. Our main chancery building, we would be about 150 people there. That includes our security personnel from the ITBP. The area has been cordoned off, which I'm sure is standard procedure when these things happen, and I'm sure the investigating authorities are now looking at various things. Well, like I said, it happened about 100 meters away from us, and there are many other buildings and offices as well as diplomatic embassies nearby. So we can't say really what may have been the target.
Well, I don't know if the Indian embassy was a target, but it was very close to a lot of embassies, including German, Indonesian, Japanese, Indian, British embassy. So this is in the heart of diplomatic district of Kabul. The attack happened on a main road during the morning rush hour. So a lot of civilians are reportedly hurt. Reports suggest that over 70 people have been either killed or wounded. But we're still in a very in the very early stages to identify the amount of casualties. But this was one of the biggest attacks Kabul has ever witnessed. We think some reports suggest that it was either a big car bomb or a truck bomb, but that still needs to be determined. To be honest, I don't know. It's too early to say. It's not for the media to say. No reports, no claim of responsibility yet, which is interesting. Normally Taliban take responsibility within minutes, but it's almost an hour and a half the attack happened and no one has claimed responsibility. But it should be clear very soon.
According to our sources, was targeting also a convoy of the foreign troops that they have been stationed in Afghanistan, but unfortunately also the maximum casualties were the civilians. We are getting news that around 150 dead or injured, but most of the injuries have been into the civilians, and only 2, 3 or 4, according to the American sources, that the 4 of the officers have been injured and they have been taken for treatment, which is not a life-threatening.
I think time has come, the international community should deal with this problem more firmly. Besides this, they should also call for an international conference, which India has been pressing for a very long time to discuss this problem, and build pressure or impose sanctions on all those countries and organizations or groups who are funding or providing training to these militant organizations.
This is a shocking incident, once again, probably targeting the Indian embassy, which has been providing support and to the Afghan government. And the whole issue is that the terrorists there continue to operate freely in Afghanistan and have penetrated Kabul once again. And these are helped and supported by the ISIS and many of the terrorist groups within Pakistan. So as investigations proceed, I'm sure those issues will come up.
Moving on, host England will